just lean.
It's your boy D.
I'm sorry. We're in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
All right, y'all. Huh?
That was 12 seconds, not 15.
Oh well, no. It was actually no. Okay, so look. Okay, so check this out. Okay, the recording thing. Sometimes it don't catch everything, but it is 15. It's actually 14.9. All right, to be exact. In my studio when I worked it out. Anyway, y'all. Yo, we'll argue about this intro later. Y'all, this is episode number 203 of the Homeroom with Smooth podcast. I'm Smooth, and that is Shar. How are you doing today, Shar?
It's a busy week. I said a busy week, and it's only Monday. That's how you know what my brain is. It was a busy day. I was about to vent about my job, but internet people are weird, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Mm-hmm. It was a busy day at work. And then you venting, and then the next thing you know, you fired from your job because somebody on the internet found out where you worked and snitching you. So I'm stop there.
What?
Oh, people do it all the time. Yeah, there are plenty.
That happened to you?
No, not me. What I'm saying is, it happens all the time.
I was like, oh no! I was like, oh no!
Your reaction is priceless. No, what I'm saying is because of that, now I'm nervous to talk about things I talk about. So I was about to vent about something. I called myself because I thought about all the people on TikTok be voicing their opinions, and next thing you know, they're fired.
Yeah. That's why I just be talking in like broad general terms, trying to be funny. Like that's why I also start segueing to being more funny and just like more commentary than serious, because then I can always my cop out is, hey, it was just a joke. I was trying to be funny. Sorry. Like that's my cop out. That's my cop out, and I can do my little apology tour, and I'm straight. Like. If you're trying to be dead serious and you like driving the point home and you're being all analytical with facts and stuff, you're gonna get canceled and get removed the F up out of here. And you can be completely right. That's the sad part. You can be dead right and it don't matter. If enough people disagree and the business go, you know what? Well, we scared. Like it don't even be that many people. It be about 500 people and you get fired for your job. And then the craziest part is most of them people, they don't even buy from you. They don't even be your customers. It just be people on the line upset.
Pretty much. Yeah. You got a point there.
Yeah. People just, we want to be upset. They be chasing after people, man. But first topic, just to knock this out and get this out the way. So SVB Bank, okay, went under. All right, so just to kind of just the speed run for you guys, because the episode's called Sexless and Broke. So broke part is the bank, right? So to break this down very simply for y'all, SVB Bank was playing with people money, but they weren't playing necessarily in a bad way. They just made a really dumb decision. All right, they hedged all that, so they had their assets, the money that's in the bank. They kept 20% of it, and they took 80% in 2020, I believe. In 2020, they took 80% of it, or 2021. They took 80% of the money, and they put it in U.S. securities and treasury stocks. I mean, treasury bonds and all that. That doesn't sound bad. That's good. You know, that's safe money. That says safe bet to make 1.79%. I believe is the number, to make that money back. However, they put it in a 4-year bond. All right. And the interest rates kept going up because the economy is full of shit right now. And we're trying to block they're trying to combat inflation and all that. So in that regards, that $100 per, let's say it's $100 per bond, right, is now worth $77 per bond. So they had to sell their stuff at a loss, because at the same time that was happening, all right, I'm going to make sure I do this correctly. The same time that was happening, I guess I'll back up just a little bit. They don't have retail customers, not me and you, us brokies. We're not at SVB Bank, okay? It's tech startups, venture capitals, funds, and something else. I forget what the other one is, but it's all people with over $250,000 to be insured by the FDIC. So they above and beyond that. Okay, there's a Harvard or a Ham, yeah, I believe it's a Harvard professor or it's a Stanford professor, something like that, that lost over $60 million. They had to cancel classes, right? Because there's a bunch of professors that lost a bunch of money, and basically all these people are on suicide watch. Because I couldn't imagine I woke up and lost 60 mil.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, 60 M's. Like on Wednesday, you had 60 M's. Today you are broke. Like,
Mm,
well, okay, he has a half a meal to his name. All right, he had like two, I believe they were able to salvage like two accounts for him.
mm,
But the rest of his money, he's not gonna get it back for years, literal years, because they got to go through the whole bankruptcy process and selling off their assets, get everybody their money back, and that process takes years.
mm,
But in the meantime, in between time, like I just want to let people know, like, no, we're not having a catastrophic bank failure. People aren't, oh my God, everything's gonna come in. No, it's just that bank because they were being dumb and put everything 80% of the treasuries. So they weren't able to, they had no liquid assets to give people cash as they were withdrawing, because to go to my other point, the economy and was kind of bad for people, and people weren't able to make the type of revenue that they once were able to, so they were withdrawing to stay afloat. You know what I'm saying? And now as things get back to are trying to get back to a sense of normalcy, they're like withdrawing and spending and withdrawing and spending. They don't have the capital because again, they only have 20% of the assets
mm,
on hand. 80% is locked away. And as they sell at a loss, if you sell 88% at a loss, I mean 80% at a loss of you, and you lose 25% of the value, you've lost 25% of the value on that. You only got back really like 60% of the money.
mm.
So there's 20% gone. So yeah, they went under immediately. They tried to be transparent and tell people on Wednesday, caused a fucking panic, and everybody tried to pull. And thus the
I'm
company
sure
went
there's
on
gonna be
it
a
went
lot
under.
of. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of lawsuits. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, but at the point, here's the thing though. They all gonna have to wait through the bankruptcy and get their stuff through that bankruptcy thing. Like it's a process when these types of businesses and all that
Mm-hmm,
get liquidated and seized by the federal government. It just takes years.
mm,
So if you know anybody that put money in there, you know any businesses like that, like the I believe it's, what is it called, the tetrary effects, or the anyway, the butterfly effect. I'll just say it like this with a word that I do know the meaning of and the correct word. The the butterfly effect of this is that the banks closed, so all those bank employees and everything else, they all lost their jobs, right? Then
mm,
you had all the businesses and startups that put their hard-earned money in there, that actually saved and were using their doing the right things. Those businesses might go under. They might go belly up and go under as well. So then all those employees have lost money, and all that income that was generated and going out into the public, like it's just going to be a slow butterfly effect, and it's going to be felt throughout California, like at least California, because it's a regional bank to California. They
mm,
do have branches other places, but the main sticking point is this California office that was fucked up, and that's their headquarters. So, because a lot of the tech startups, that's the bank they use. So, any new tech stuff you see, it might just go away just because of the simple fact they ain't got money no more, or
mm.
they're gonna get bought out at a really cheap price because they're broke. Um, and it's just sad to see. It's just really sad to see. Your thoughts?
Yeah, like that's I couldn't imagine having that much money and waking up and it's gone. I probably would. Whew. Yeah, I can understand. I'm not saying that I would. There's a difference between taking a gamble yourself and losing because you did
Hmm.
that to yourself.
Yeah,
You might still be upset, but you know what you did wrong to do better next time, right?
yeah.
The difference when you trust what's supposed to be a trusted institution
Hmm.
to hold your money and they fuck you over. And now all of this hard-earned money that you trusted somebody else with is completely gone. Like 60 million, I don't even know what 60 million looks like, but what I do know is that $60 million probably is set up for a couple of generations of families. Um,
Mhm.
and so you got to think of it on a deeper aspect of things. Like these businesses, most business owners, they have a bigger purpose behind why they decide to go in business, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of business owners, they envision passing it down to their children's children, and having it for
Mhm.
generations. And if you are already at 60 million in a business, that means that you are looking to pass this down. This ain't no, oh, I just decided to start this business and got lucky. Most of the
Yeah.
time, which means you put some deep thought into this business to make that much money.
Yeah.
So to build something that's yours from the ground up, work
Yeah.
hard because it's not hard. It's not easy. I'm a business owner. It's not easy being a business owner and make that much money. And
Yeah.
not every, I know there are your token companies that make that much money in a year, a couple of years, but it's very rare that businesses make that much money that immediate. So I'm sure this is years of hard earned work and money earned gone down the drain. I
Yeah.
just don't even know. I don't even know how I would cope. Like, how do you even function after that? And I understand people are like, oh, money can't buy you happiness. Money isn't everything, but money makes the world go round, baby. Like money, you can do a lot more in life
Mhm.
with money than you can without it.
Yeah.
And you can't tell it. I understand, like, you might have some months where you make less than the other months, but all your money is just gone in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
I would be losing my shit. I would be, yeah, I would definitely, I, I wouldn't even, I'm speechless right now just thinking about what I would possibly do. Like that
Yeah.
is insane to me.
Yeah. Yeah. To know you just got a direct deposit and that mug says zero right afterward. Like I couldn't imagine you like it hits your account and it's gone. Like just immediately. And it ain't like rent gone. It ain't like car no pay gone. It's gone and you still got all these bills. Like and
Because when you
whoever
start
said,
making, that's a good point. Because when you
yeah,
start making that much money, you have to pay money to make money when you start making that much money, right?
yeah,
So I'm sure there are probably bills you got that cost millions of dollars. And now you got to figure out those bills. But man, that's insane. That's insane.
yeah. Yeah, and like man, like whoever said money don't buy happiness ain't really been broke. Like there's a certain level of
Whew.
happiness to not being broke. Like
Listen,
I
I've
mean,
been there.
like to pay all your bills and you look at your account and you're like, oh, I still got money. That feels good.
Yeah.
Like that is a good feeling overall. I don't know who lied and was like some I feel like that was like a really, really rich person that was like, money don't buy happiness. I'm like, well, then give me your money. Because I'm for sure I'd be happy with an M.
And
Like,
I
number
like I
one,
like to
I'm not asking for
rebuttal.
a lot.
I like to rebuttal with that statement because, in my opinion, happiness comes in different forms.
Hmm.
Happiness could be a jet. Happiness could be going on vacations. Happiness
Hmm.
can be buying your dream home. Happiness can be driving your dream car. Like you can't buy none of that if you ain't got money.
Exactly. 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 Like it having money and having people to share your wealth and experience with, that's it. That's the secret recipe. Just
Yeah.
have a little bit of money and having people to experience your life with, put them together, you're good. It's crazy when you so broke you can't go to brunch no more. Like damn, you can't go to brunch. Like brunch is pretty fun. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time. What you mean I can't go to brunch no more?
Look, let me tell you something. When I was having and like I said, being a business owner is not easy. When I was having a good like month in my
Hmm.
business, I had like 4 clients. Man, listen, that I'm not going to tell you how much my income increased per month, but it was a nice increase. Now I have
Hmm.
0 clients, and that money that is missing from them 4 clients is fucking me up right now. Like I don't have to go back on things that I was just like swiping a card on when I had them clients. So I can't imagine my little extra thousands of dollars for a month
Yeah,
compared to millions a month is now gone. Like what?
yeah. And like you said, it wasn't like you were irresponsible. You
Yeah.
just left. You might as well just walked outside, lit a match, and just set that mug on fire and watched it burn. At least that'd be more satisfying because you're just like,
Exactly.
oh, okay, I'm free now. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, bro. Yeah, I guess you're free. Like, I couldn't do that. That just seems crazy to me. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, we're gonna transition to another topic. But first, you know what I'm saying? Let's hear from some people.
Hey, if you're someone that craves vibes when it comes to music, like I do, you need to check out Rose Petals. Rose Petals is a 12-track R&B album by yours truly, Fair Michelle, and it just dropped. It's available right now on all major digital outlets. I'm personally inviting you to come and vibe with me through music. Let me know what you think. Shout out to the home team, the Kosher Sound, and you already know we're supporting and watching Homeroom with Smooth. Let's go.
All right, y'all make sure y'all tap in with her and y'all go listen to Rose Petals. That's the name of the album. The album is Rose Petals. Man, she just said it, and I'm deaf. Anyway.
It's okay, it happens. You ever let me tell you my embarrassing moment.
Yeah, go
Real
ahead.
quick. So every week on my business, on my company's Instagram page, I do like IG lives and I interview people. And I
Mhm,
always go back and rewatch them just, because I want to improve for the next time. And it was one
mhm.
interview I was watching, and like I have a series of questions they always give me to ask them. So they were both prepared when we go live. And there was a question I asked that they literally answered. Like I asked it right after they answered. I was like, "Sure, what did you?" And you could tell like from their the way they answered it, like, well, like I said in the previous question, seriously, it went over my head during the interview. Like
Trust me,
we
I've
have
been there.
our moments.
I've been there. As somebody that does interviews, I've been there. I was like, dang, we really just talked about that. Then I gotta frame it as I'm going deeper. Like if I catch it immediately, I'm like, no, what part of that process was like the hardest part? Like if you see me do that, that means I asked that question already, and I'm like, well, I gotta save it. I gotta salve it. I gotta save myself so I don't look stupid.
Yeah.
Because most
Okay.
of the time, most people they look at me and they're like, can we just do that?
We all have our moments. We all have our moments.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, so the next topic is this is a sec like a sexless, you know what I'm saying, world, okay? We're entering a sexless world. That's what they want you to think. I tend to think differently, but here's the data and we're going to talk about it. So, US adults between 18 and 29 who say they are single. All right. Men, it is 51% in 2019, and women, it's 32% in 2019. In 2022, post COVID, all right, it is 63% for men, as it is only risen to 34% for women in the same age demographic.
Hmm.
All right. So what do you okay, just to give a little bit more context. Uh half of the single men who single men single half of the who this person can't type. How this get who's the editor? No, like I'm seriously half of the single men as a whole, like just say half of the single men responded that they like you don't have to put as a whole. Like that's just filler. Anyway, half of the single men responded that they are looking for committed relationships and slash or casual dates, which means they just looking to hook up. Like if a man mentions casual dating, like he just straight up looking to hook up. But what do you think about those numbers?
So you, the last thing you said was that half of the men stated they're just looking for hookups, right?
Well, they're looking for a committed relationship and or casual
Hmm.
dates.
Okay, so here's my
That was
analogy.
the quote
As
unquote.
I'm not between 18 and 29, but I can tell you from what I see on TikTok, what pops up on my TikTok trend, the conversations I have with women in their 20s, and as a woman who's been in her 20s. So, women are tired. Women are tired.
But
Uh,
wait,
hmm,
but wait.
I'm about to.
You know, I'll let you go. I'll let you go, and then I ask you the follow up questions. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, there was a time where were okay with these men that you're saying this survey is referring to were offering them.
18 to 29.
I understand, but what they said about and or they're either looking for a relationship or whatever, right? There was a time where were okay with, okay, I'm gonna just go with the flow. He said he just wanted to go with the flow and see where this goes, and wasting your months and your years with this man, only for him to tell you, oh, I don't want anything serious, right? Now women have like found their worth, right? And they're not settling anymore.
Okay.
And they have decided, look, I either am better off by myself, or I'm not dating until you are serious and clear with your needs. And this I have seen this all over social media. I know this is how me and most of my friends are. So they just not putting up with it anymore. And so because of that, um, I personally believe that the reason the number is higher for men and lower for women is because women just got fed up and started valuing their worth and only accepting what they really wanted when it comes to terms of relationships. They're also like on these self-care journeys, and
Mm-hmm.
like gone are the days where a woman needs a man, right? There was
Mm-hmm.
a time where women could only do so much. She needed a man's income. She needed him. Those days are gone. Women are doing it all now. They're making more than the men. They're
Mm-hmm.
making enough income to take care of themselves. And it's not to say that they don't desire companionship, but
Mm-hmm.
they do desire someone. There's a lot of men. Oh, I can go on and on and on, but I
Mm-hmm.
have seen a shift in, and I'm not saying this is you, but there's a group of men who have like these Kevin Samuelite views that is just outrageous and out of this world, and they're looking for these. Well, they call it submissive, which they have the definition of submissive wrong, but
Yeah.
they're looking for these women who are just going to bow down to them, do whatever they want them to say, and then if you don't do certain things, oh, she's masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so when these men are coming with these views, now women are like, oh, fuck that, I'm not putting up with that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the shift is or what. Also, I think that
Mm-hmm.
something about the pandemic, because I saw a statistic that said a lot of, I don't know the correct statistic, but a lot of women started businesses during the pandemic. And you said the numbers you had before was in 2019, and now today the numbers are lower for women, right?
No, no, no. It's went up by 2%. It was 32 in 2019 and 34% in 2022.
Oh, okay. Well, I do know a lot of women started businesses during the pandemic, and they've been very successful businesses that were started during the pandemic. So you add that in there, like it's just like women are just waking up and like, look, I'm putting me first, and I don't have to like. It used to be like a lot of women, marriage used to be the first thing on their like the
Mm-hmm.
must have on the top of their list, and now it's not really a must have. But also, I'm not going to put up with just anything.
So, all right. So here's the real kicker. I see that data, and I see that women, despite calling older men creepy for dating younger women, are just dating the men in the other age groups. That's
Yeah,
literally
I
just
agree.
that they're literally just dating the men in they date women. Just that's women like older men because typically older men are chill and more stable. That's just how it works. This is how society is. It's just built that way.
I
And
agree with
men
that as well.
typically
Yeah.
want younger women younger than them. That's just as it. Like women date up. It's just that's just is what it is. Cause like Now I believe that that is more so what it is than that, because if you look at it like this, right? So if you go to the next if you go to the next age group up, right? You go to the next age group up, then men's singleness cuts more than in half. It drops to like 55%. It drops to, let me see, what is this? About 20 for 30 to 49. It drops to like 30, it drops to like 30%. And in women, it drops even further to about, I'd say about 15-20%, just looking at this graph.
Hmm.
And then for women ages 50 to 64, men jump up again another, I'd say around a couple percentage points, maybe about 5 percentage points. But then you have women, it jumps up another like 15%. And
Hmm.
then when you get to 65 plus, the men have stabilized back down to their 25%. And then women are up to around, it looks like 40%. You know what I'm saying? So to me that means that, okay, the women that are 65 plus, right? The reason that number jumps up so high is because they date older men. Therefore, their partner is dead. That's what it no, that's what it reads to me. Because if everybody is, if that 18 and 29% age group is dating the 30-year-olds, right? And the 30-year-old women, they're now the small 30 to 49 are now the smallest demographic that's single. That
Hmm.
means that those women that were previously in that other age group have settled down with one of these older men already, and that's their relationship, and they now have a family, and they're no longer single. They're now off the market. And I think as it progresses, the all of these people, the age groups, it just moves. It just moves. I don't think that this is like reflective of a societal problem necessarily. I mean, obviously we have like hookup culture and those things. Like, yes, there's those are pervasive, but everybody's fucking. That, like, literally everybody's fucking. Like, women are fucking now. Women are sexually liberated and free to do whatever they want to do, and men are still doing the exact same thing they've been doing. So yeah, you have this you have this quote unquote problem, but I don't think it's a problem. I think everybody's getting what they what the fun part of what they wanted. They're just not getting the longevity piece because everybody's out here having fun. But if people start to dial back and start to look within themselves and calm themselves down, they might actually find a partner of some of similar background, or somebody that they can buy with. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's just like you're just not around somebody that's your speed. You know what I'm saying? Or your demographic. Because everybody's like doing the same thing. Like, just sometimes you have to like branch out a little bit to meet somebody. You know what I'm saying? That you could actually like go the distance with. Um
Yeah.
yeah, or just like change your criteria. However, I will say that for the young dudes, for the young dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, that demographic, like, instead of like fucking your life off in that age group, try and get yourself together. That's what I would highly suggest. Because it seems to me like women on the front end are now like getting more so their lives together than men,
Hmm.
because when you look at the college degrees, like, more women are getting college degrees, more women are like are starting to just make outpacing men in income, and like, or like
Hmm.
like in that age demographic. However, like, men tend to catch up on the back end, and I don't know how that's working. I really would like to know a study on what the heck are men doing on the back end to where they're catching up. But I do also think a lot of women are also being are just going just leaving the work pool at that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're married, they're the housewife. You know what I'm saying? They're still performing that duty. So therefore their income is not reflected because they don't have any. They leave the work pool because they have a man that's taking care of all of that stuff, and they're not doing anything. And maybe just maybe they might be running like a side business or something like that. But
Hmm.
I think I think there's a lot of factors that are like at play. But I do want to tell these young dudes, get your life together. Like, you know what I'm saying? But there is a solid there's a solid portion of this to go to the dating piece to go back here, and then we can kind of have a back and forth here on the dating front. I think a lot of young dudes just aren't uh they aren't what their counterparts want.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say. I think that's fair to say. Whether it's you're listening to, you know what I'm saying, you're like you're Andrew Tate or you're Kevin Samuels or what have you. Like there are certain principles that both of those dudes have said that make sense, but if you follow their complete ideology, there's something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like because you know what I'm saying, like what's the phrase, what a broken clock is right, you know what I'm saying, two times a day or whatever. Like yeah, like it's one of those times where if you actually just like have some discernment when you listen to those people. That's what I would say. Like have a little discernment. But I will say also, and like city girls ain't helping women either. Like y'all gotta like that that whole like, oh, I'm gonna run up a check on the dude or I'm gonna use this guy for that blah blah blah. Like that culture ain't helping either. Amongst the black populace, I would
Yeah,
say.
I don't fit into any of these categories. I'm not out here having sex. I'm not
Yeah.
uh, being a city girl. I'm not. I'm not even dating. Honestly, I'm just kind of doing me, and it goes back to what you said about um, I'm just meeting men who are not ready for what I'm ready for, who are not aligned, who are not, or sometimes these men be intimidated because I don't know why. Like I ain't got my shit together, but apparently I come across like I do. Um, you know,
They want you unstable. They want you to need them.
nigga, like I'm sorry I'm independent. I gotta live. Would you rather me be homeless? Shit.
Like, oh
Um,
my god, what you
but
have a roof over your head?
I do want to add, I don't know what the demographic is or the not the demographic. I don't know what the races are across this survey, but there are a lot of people dating outside of their race now, so that could be a part of it as well. I've seen a lot of black women dating white men now, marrying white men. um,
Yeah, that's it. That's interesting. That's interesting that you say that because isn't the whole thing like black love and we need to stick together and
yeah, they said fuck.
black
They
men
said
don't love black black men don't love black women, but then I thought
yeah. You want to know
everybody
what
I thought
you want to know
everybody's
what it
supposed to
is?
just keep
Yeah,
trying
you want
over
to
and
know what it
over
is?
again.
Black women have felt like they're so loyal to the black man, and then the black man kept saying, "I don't want you," and so they were like, "Okay, bet, fuck y'all. Now I'm gonna go date who I want to date because I've been so loyal, and guess where it got me."
But I don't I think in broader persona, I think a lot of black women like, and this just you can correct me if I'm wrong, like they just dating the wrong type of dude. Like overall, like
That's a,
consistently,
sometimes that's the case.
consistent.
Yes,
Like
sometimes it's the case, but that formula doesn't fit every person. I will say there have been people who have done every single thing right, dated the man they thought that was just perfect, and if a man gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. It has nothing to do with you, you know, like.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean that's true, but at the same time, I think I think there's a certain like delusion in dating some people because some people like because I'll hear it in like some of my homegirls. They're like, man, that nigga ain't shit. Blah 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 blah. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's this, he's that, da 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 da. But then you're like, oh yeah, I just left his house last night. I'm like,
Yeah,
but I thought he wasn't shit. I thought you don't like him. But
that
then you with him, and the next thing I know, you didn't have this baby. Now y'all living together, and you
child.
still dealing with the same shit. And I'm just like, but I thought you knew. And then at the end of it all, when y'all break up, you know what I'm saying? You're like, I always knew he wasn't shit. Da 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 da. Then here comes this long ass Facebook post, long ass tweet thread, and I'm just like, I'm supposed to feel sorry for you, but then at the same time, I don't because you've been saying it the entire time. And I'm just like,
Yes,
at some level, there has to be some accountability there. Like, if you knew this the entire time, like if I know, like for me, right? I'm just gonna use myself as an example. If I know this girl ain't shit, I know she's terrible. but I know I'm only there because she gives the guac guac 9,000 the best. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm there for, right? If I have to deal with all these this other BS, like I know what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? If I'm only with her because the sex is good, then I know the other mess that I'm dealing with. I don't think you see like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't see a bunch of men going, you know what, man? You know what I'm saying? I always knew this girl wasn't shit, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like making these long posts like that. They just kind of just go, yeah, I had a baby by her. I really shouldn't have. And then no, no, no. I'm not saying they say it that simply. No, they do be saying some wild
I'm
stuff.
saying I have seen men who know that who knew he didn't like the woman. He knew that she was no good for him, and he still continued
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
didn't
Same.
didn't didn't own accountability. Because what I don't want this to turn into is a black woman bashing segment.
Oh
Um,
no, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm
I'm
not
not.
saying that you are. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
my point for bringing up that a lot of black women are dating white men is not that they don't like black men, and not that they wouldn't prefer black men. It's that sometimes your blessing is not a black man like you would want him to be. So a lot of people have been open and have expanded their horizons to finding their person by expanding to different races. So that could contribute to these numbers as well.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I mean, I don't think that. So to go back to that's the thing I was reading. I don't think there was a race attached to it. But if we were talking just
I'm just
black
talking about
people,
every race, every race. Like
yeah.
I have seen
Oh,
a lot of interracial couples more than
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like whether
there's a
it's an
lot more of that,
Indian
which is good.
person, yeah, whether it's an Indian person dating a white person or a Hispanic dating an Indian,
Hmm.
like I've seen a lot of interracials.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the record saying I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing
Yeah, I
overall.
agree.
Overall, I think it's a good thing overall because at the end of the day, if we all are like as mixed up as freaking possible, who you gonna discriminate against?
Yeah.
Who at the end of the day, who you gonna discriminate against? There's nobody to discriminate against. We all the same thing, mixed. Like
Hmm.
we all other. Like if everybody's other, like who how do you discriminate then? Like that's just me. That's just me thinking. You know what I'm saying? That is me thinking because mo- well, no, there's still large pockets of the world that discriminate against people, whether this or that, da 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 da. But once everything is mixed up, like you don't see that. Like you know what I'm saying? Maybe you start to see colorism or you start to see classism, which those isms are more easier to attack than just baseline. I see your skin.
Yeah.
F you. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
but I would say that in the dating sphere that at least for me, if from me from my standpoint, I've been a lot more like conscientious of what I'm doing and like how I'm doing it. Uh especially since you know what I'm saying my last experience was not favorable, was not I did not get a favorable outcome. um
Hmm.
so I just was like, okay, even if things even seem good up front, like I'm just like I'm slow rolling it like the entire way. I'm slow rolling it, like I don't have it in me to like run no more. Like, no, we finna walk. Oh, but I feel this. I don't feel nothing, and I may feel everything towards you. I might actually feel that, but
Hmm.
the logical part of me, like, just will not let myself go down that road again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm in a state of if I date somebody cool, if not cool, because I'm just tired. I'm tired of not connecting with the right people. And so I may have gone on a couple of dates here and there, but as soon as I know, okay, this ain't for me, I'm not going to keep entertaining you. But in the same sense, I also have been accountable. There's been times in my life where I was definitely messing with some dudes I had no business messing with, but I was having fun, you know.
Right.
Um, I'm not saying I can't have fun anymore, but like I just am very intentional and uh, aware of what I'm doing, and so I don't make as many or any, should I say, when it comes to dating, reckless mistakes anymore. I don't even know if I could call it mistakes because I knew damn well what I was doing. Reckless decisions. Um,
Yeah. I actually got lucky my last date because I ain't even technically pay for it. So I actually was like, I tried to pay her back and she wouldn't take the money. So I was like, oh, okay, well, this is a
okay.
dub for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now we don't talk now. So I'm just like, this is still a super dub. I didn't lose anything, but and I got to see the movie I wanted to see. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not in the L. Like, I was like, is this how women feel? Like, no, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing with it. But at the same time, like, it's one of those things where like you know what I'm saying, like I'm like, okay, well, I tried this, tried that. Like now I'm just like I'm I guess at the end of the day, I'm more open to more possibilities than I been in the past. You know what I'm saying? I can say that much. And I'm thinking more long term because at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? This is something that I do, and I'm not, it's been a part of my life for the last 3 years now. Like, well, in June, it'll be 3 years. Like, I'm not going to stop doing this now. Like, this, so, like, whoever comes in, like, you got to understand, like, this is going to be a thing. This is going to be a part of my life.
Yeah.
And, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to accept that sometime I'm going to be giving time to this. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have your own thing going on to where as soon as you see me, you're not like, why aren't you spending time with me? Like, then I can't entertain that. Like, I'm not that whole like, oh my god, I need a blah, 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 blah. Like, no, I'm gonna make time for you. I'm gonna schedule you in. Like, just
Yeah.
like don't think it has to be like every day or every hour. Like, I have to give you 3 hours a day. Like, that's crazy. That's like a part-time job on top of my job. Like, if you have somebody that works, I work 10 hours a day, right? Not counting my commute. You add the commute in, that's 11, right? That's at least 11 hours gone. And then you come home, I come home, and then you're like, yo, I need the most every day. And then plus I'm supposed to be doing this too and all that. Like, I have things that I'm passionate about. Like, something's gonna have to give. And if this already makes me happy, you can't make me unhappy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, by anyway, this is how I feel. That's me personally. That's just my 2 cents. Like, I can't do it. I can't.
I hear you.
Yeah. But anyway, you have anything else to add?
No, I'm sorry, I'm tired.
Okay, I seen it hit you. I seen it hit you. I seen it hit you all of a
Yeah,
sudden. I was like,
it's
yep, yep.
I didn't get enough sleep last night and it just hit me like a wave. But no, I overall um I think that people are starting to make better dating decisions from the numbers, and men, y'all better be ready for these women that are ready.
Yeah, like bro, honestly, bro, you young man, you young. If she's just trying to date and have fun, cool. You just date and have fun too. And but get your bag right, bro. Like, get your bag right, keep your credit right. Okay, don't fuck your credit off. Don't do none dumb shit. And like, you know what I'm saying? Get to where you're trying to be right now while you're young and you got that energy. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that you can't get it together later. Just saying that space your fun out and make sure you're handling business. That's what I got. That's my advice for you young cats out here. But anyway, this has been episode 203, Sexless and Broke. So neat two things. One, get your money right, diversify your investments, and don't keep all your money in one bank that could go under. All right, diversify your banking portfolio. Okay, so you're safe. Okay, I even went out and got a second bank account that I send other money to. So just in
mhm,
case something happened over here, I got money over here. You know what I'm saying? That
mhm,
untouched. All right.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Invest some of your money in some safe assets that you can liquidize and get back to yourself. Okay. Uh, and then point number two, all right, date responsibly. You know what I'm saying? Uh, date freely, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you find that special person, and don't be an asshole to them. Okay, when you find them. All right. Be, you know what I'm saying, treat that other person the way you want to be treated. Try to have honest, open, and transparent dialogue. Okay, that's the acronym. You want to be hot. Okay, H.O.T. Okay, you want to be honest, open, and transparent. It will either save you time or make all the time in the world. And that's my last little piece. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all Saturday. Yeah.